Amen. If you would, amen, stand with me. Turn to the gospel according to Matthew. We had our theme music on. So we're about to deal with some theme stuff. Amen. Matthew chapter 17, find verse 16. When you get there, say amen. If you're not there yet, say wait. Amen. I didn't hear nobody. Say wait if you're not there. Amen. Matthew chapter 17, starting in verse 16, there you find these words recorded. This brother says to Jesus, I brought him to your disciples, and they could not cure him. And Jesus answered and said, you unbelieving and perverted generation, how long shall I be with you? How long shall I put up with you? Bring him to me. And Jesus rebuked the demon, came out of him, and the boy was cured at once. If you don't mind, I want to preach from this thought as part 2 from You Only Got One Shot. This morning, I want to preach from this thought, I ain't got time to wait. I ain't got time to wait. Is that all right? I ain't got time to wait. Amen. A couple months ago, amen, I preached you got one shot. That's where the theme music comes from. You got one shot, and I preached it to believers. Amen. Church folk, you got one shot. Today, I want to put it from a different perspective. I want to talk to you from the sinner man, the unchurch's perspective, and look to the church folk and tell y'all, I ain't got time to wait. I ain't got time to wait. There are 3 things I'm going to share with you before I take my seat. Amen. First thing is, quit asking dumb questions. Anytime we come into contact with folk who we don't know, the first dumb question we ask is, what church do you go to? Well, let me help you out. Does it really matter? I can be a member of a church and still be on my way to hell. I can have my name on the roll. I can be on the deacon board, the usher board, or the trustee board and still be on my way to hell. What church I'm in only speaks to the fact that when I die, there is some place to have my funeral at. But the better question is not what church you go to. The better question is, do you know Jesus and are you in relationship with him? Y'all gonna make me preach hard. Y'all better come with me. That's a dumb question to keep asking folk what church you go to. Why? I wish some of y'all would quit saying y'all went to New Hope. Based on your behavior, it doesn't align to the word that we believe in. And so if you are not going to be a good representative of the gospel and of the church, don't tell nobody you go to New Hope. Pick a church down the street and tell folks you go to that church. If you don't show love, don't you tell nobody you go to New Hope. If you judgmental, don't you tell nobody you go to New Hope. If you can't receive folk, don't you tell nobody you go to New Hope. If you ain't studying your word, don't you tell nobody you go to New Hope. Quit asking dumb questions. Not only do we need to quit asking folk dumb questions, listen, we need dumb folks to quit asking us dumb questions. Here's one of the dumb questions folks ask you. How was church? Let me help you out. Anytime we lift up Jesus, church was good. Y'all too churchy for me. Anytime we lift up Jesus, church was good. Y'all, let me talk to some of y'all. Anytime we lift up Jesus, church was good. The word says, and if I be lifted up, I will draw all men unto me. Anytime we lift up Jesus, church was good. But let me help you out. Anytime you come to church, it ought to be good. I didn't come to church to have good church. I brought good church with me. Is there anybody in here that Big Mama said, I woke up this morning with my mind stayed on Jesus. I've been walking and talking with my mind stayed on Jesus. I didn't come here for good church. I brought good church with me. Why? I was glad when they said unto me, let us go into the house of the Lord. Is there anybody in here that you woke up and had church before you got to church? So it don't take a whole lot to get me going. If you say Jesus, something start moving on the inside. Why? Because I know him for myself. It's amazing that you look at believers and talk about how was church. It wasn't all that today. Listen, if church wasn't all that, it's because of your fault. You can't bring your wet wood and put on our dry wood and expect the fire to happen. You the one messing us up. If you woke up this morning and you was in your right mind, you ought to start having church right there. I don't need no organ player. I don't need no choir member. When I think of the goodness of the Lord and all he's done for me. You see, church starts before you get here. In fact, let me help you out. I was my own choir on the way to church. I didn't hit one note right, but guess what? The Spirit of the Lord came up in that place, and the more I sung, the better I felt. And you may not have liked how it sounded, but something in heaven started moving on my behalf. And so we got to get to a place that we bring good church to church. Everybody got to bring some good church with him. I know you got some burdens. I know you got some struggles, but guess what? That shouldn't hinder your church. Come with me, come with me, come with me. Listen. There's a pothole outside on the entrance coming over here to the left, but it ain't affected our church. Y'all missed that. In other words, I can go through some bumps and some bruises, but it ought not affect my church. Why? My church is on the inside of me. And Big Mama said, if you hide Jesus in your heart, you won't sin against God. But Big Mama also said, he's as close as the mention of his name that you can have church by yourself. So how was church when you go home today? Somebody say, how was church? I say, it was sure enough good. I lifted up Jesus. I prayed for you. And I praise God for you and me. Is there anybody in here that realize, look to your neighbor and say, you might not need nothing this week, but I need a blessing from the Lord. And because you don't need nothing, don't you hinder my praise. Don't you hinder my worship. Because what I need is individual, but I'm going to get enough for me and you. I ain't got time to wait. I ain't got time to wait. Secondly, crazy wait time. Crazy wait time. Listen. Folks who don't know Jesus keep coming to us looking for a word. And you keep saying stupid stuff like, come to church on Sunday. Can't say amen, just say out. Some people are coming to us looking for encouragement, and you keep talking about wait until revival. People keep coming to us looking for the church, and we keep saying, come to enrichment hour. And the world is looking at us saying, but I came to you to heal me. Y'all still with me? Can I go in the book for y'all? Listen, this man went to the church and met the church on the street. And he says to the church, let me help y'all out. He says to the preachers and the deacons, he says, can y'all heal my son? He keeps having these seizures and falling into the water and into the fire. And look, the deacons and the preacher said, meet us at church on Sunday. Pastor going to be preaching about healing on Sunday. Maybe y'all didn't get it. This sister, let me change it up. Let me contemporize the text for you. This sister was at the beauty salon getting her weave in and came into contact with some ushers and some women from the mission department. And she says to them, my daughter keep having these seizures and keep falling in the water and falling in the fire. And the ushers and the mission ladies start patting their head, talking about, Come to our mission meeting on the first Sunday of the month at 3 o'clock. We got a lesson on healing. Did I leave anybody? You was at the casino, at that lucky machine that you keep rubbing the side of. And somebody pulled up next to you and saw that you had your New Hope Missionary Baptist Church shirt on. And said, listen, since I'm beside you, I got a child at home that is sick, that keeps falling over in the fire and in the water. Can you help me? And you said, with your New Hope Missionary Baptist Church t-shirt on. My church is located at 1002 North Ohio, and church started at 11 o'clock on Sunday. Y'all see how this crazy wait time We waiting until somebody else can present the gospel, until somebody else can pray, until somebody else can encourage. And here's what the word is saying. I ain't got time to wait. When I go to the dope man, if I got the money in my pocket, he don't tell me to come back on Sunday. He give me a hit right there. Is there anybody up in here? When I go to the glass house and I go pick up my bottle and I go up to the stand, to the cash register, he don't tell me come back on Sunday. He exchanged the booze for my money right there. Why is it I can get all my fixes out in the world, but I can't get it from the church? Some of y'all can't say amen, just say ouch. Why is it that the dope man is better presenting his product than we are? I ain't seen one dope man run out of nothing. But y'all keep running out of Jesus. Even a dope man smart enough that if he ain't got no product on him, he knows somebody else who got it. Y'all, don't act like y'all always been saved. Some of y'all know the dope man. Don't raise your hand if you are the dope man. Just play it off. You know when somebody came to your house, knocked on your door and said, man, you got some of them dime bags. You may not have had them. He said, hold up right here. Went straight up in there, made one phone call, and Pookie and them rolled right by. Why is it I can have that much service, customer service out there, but yet you're supposed to be the church, and the church is everywhere you go, but you don't got Jesus to present to nobody? Well, Reverend, you don't understand. I'm not in the evangelism ministry. Let me help you out. Let me help you out. Shh, don't tell nobody. This is a secret. Everybody who is saved is in the evangelism ministry. Shh, don't you tell nobody, don't you tell nobody, don't you tell nobody. Everybody who is saved is in the evangelism ministry. Shh, don't you tell nobody, don't you tell nobody. Everybody who's been washed in the blood of the crucified one, who's given your life to Christ and asked Jesus to come into your heart, all of us are in the evangelism ministry. Shh, I think I left somebody out. Everybody who's been baptized and came up a new creature, you are in the evangelism ministry. In other words, you ain't got to refer nobody else. You got all you need right on the inside of you. That God said, if you open up your mouth, I'll talk through you. That if you just present me, I can't fail by myself. God said, all I need you to do is be my mouthpiece on the earth and watch me work. Watch me work. But you are too afraid to share Jesus. I ain't got time to wait. I ain't got time to wait. He says, listen, I came to your disciples with my son who was sick, and they couldn't do nothing for me. So I heard that you was coming by. So I decided that if I couldn't get Jesus through them, I go to the source myself. And so he says, I came here so that you might heal my son. Let me help y'all out. Jesus is talking to the man, but speaking to the disciples. Back up and get him. He is speaking to the man. He's talking directly to the man. He said, listen, you perverse generation. You don't have faith. Can I contemporize the text and broaderize the text? You don't have faith. Now, Davis, why is he not talking to the man really? Because 2 verses later, the disciples go to him and say, why couldn't we heal the boy? And Jesus doesn't say to the other folk, y'all's faith. He says to them, if you just had faith, the size of a mustard seed, if you just had faith, not worried about the world, if you just had faith in me, you've been wearing that big old cross. You got that big old Bible, but you ain't got no faith. And he said, if you would just have faith the size of a mustard seed, you can say to the mountain to move, and the mountain got to go. But because you ain't got no faith, that's why Jesus said, listen, how long will I be with y'all?
He ain't talking to that man. How long? He's using the man to teach a lesson to the church. How long I got to be with y'all 12 rascals? We've been walking these dusty streets. You didn't see me heal the sick. You didn't see me raise the dead. You didn't see me take care of the lame. You didn't see me feed thousands. How long do I got to be with y'all to understand the faith that you need? How long do I got to be with y'all to understand what you can do in me, in my name? How long do I got to stay with y'all? And then he said, listen, I'm not going to be with y'all long because I'm going to be betrayed. I'm going to be killed, if you will. I'm going to give my life away, and then they're going to bury me, and I'm going to get back up. But as long as I'm here, I'm trying to teach you a lesson. How long? I ain't got time to wait. Listen. Pookie and Ray Ray and Junebug and Skeeta and Fat, Shaniqua, Chautauqua, Anitra, Shanae, Mary, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike, Belle, Biv, and DeVoe. They ain't got time. They ain't got time to wait. They living in hell on their way to hell. They ain't got time to wait. Time is running out. They ain't got time to wait. It's getting rough in them streets. They ain't got time to wait. And they're coming to the church and asking the church, do y'all have a word for us? Let me help you out. For the first time in history, the world is telling the church, we got 911 for emergencies. Do we have a number for spiritual emergencies? Woo, boy, y'all gonna make me preach hard. They're asking, is there an emergency number for God? You keep running to church. You're there all day long on Sunday. You come on Wednesday. You come on Saturday. Do you have something that when I'm in trouble, somebody can respond to me? If I call 911 and I say that there's somebody breaking in my house, they will dispatch police. If I tell them there is a medical emergency, the ambulance will come. If I tell them there's a medical emergency, the fire truck will come. If I tell church folk there's a spiritual emergency, ain't nobody coming. Y'all mortuary quiet. Ain't nobody coming when I tell you I got these different voices going on in my head. Ain't nobody coming when I tell you this man keep beating me upside my head. Ain't nobody coming when I tell you sometimes I feel like people are chasing me. Ain't nobody coming when I tell you when I lay my head down, I get up just as tired as when I lay down. Ain't nobody coming. Why? Because the church is still without faith. Without blessed assurance, Jesus is mine. Can I take this food and turn it into energy to propel me? Can I move beyond looking at Jesus and working for Jesus? Can I move beyond Big Mama's testimony that I get my own testimony? Can I move to a place where I quit being ashamed of where I came from and rejoice at the fact that I ain't there no more? Can I move to a place where I quit putting Jesus on the cross and realize he's at the right hand of the Father interceding on my behalf? Can I move from Jesus being Mary's little baby to being a righteous Savior? I ain't got time to wait. They're looking at us, saying, I ain't got time to wait. They're coming to church on Sunday, boy. They come to church. They ain't got no three-piece suit on. They got some pants and they got a shirt, but they come to church looking and saying, is there a word? Is there a word? Is there a word? Is there a word? I hear David's talking about Jesus, but before I leave here, is anybody going to confirm it? Is anybody going to speak to me? Is anybody going to shake my hand? Will anybody sit next to me? I didn't be here 3 Sundays and not one saint has said anything to me, and they're saying it's a 911 emergency. I wouldn't come here unless I really needed something. Why? Because I know how y'all looking at me, and the fact I keep coming Sunday after Sunday. It ain't about y'all. It's about the Jesus I serve and the one I'm trying to know. And what God sent me here to ask you is, do you realize they ain't got time? They ain't got no time to wait. They ain't got no time to wait. I know Ray Ray Nim is in here, and Ray Ray may not be named Ray Ray. Ray Ray may be named Major. Whatever his name is, it doesn't matter. Guess what? Jesus know his name. And what God is saying is, do you love me enough to get to know his name? Do you love me enough to get to know his name? Do you love me enough to get to know his name? Y'all come close. Do you love me enough that you'll present me to other people? Do you love me? See, some of this is a love issue. You don't really love God. You like him. I need to talk. Can I talk to some real folk? You remember when you were in middle school and you had your girlfriend? You didn't love her. You liked her. Same like I got bad English. You liked it. You liked it, her, right? Remember when you wrote her that note? You are so cute. I like you. Do you like me? Check the box. Yes. No. Box. Slid it in her locker. Waited for it to come back to your locker. When you open up that note and she marked yes, you knew you had a girlfriend. But she wasn't no wife. She was just a girlfriend. Some of y'all dating Jesus, but you won't marry him. And God sent me to tell you, he tired of shacking up with you. If you love him, put a ring on it. If you love him, make sure you act like you love him. Quit dating him and fall in love with him and find if you won't find a Savior who will love you better than anybody else, and see if he won't bring you peace in the middle of your storm, and see if he won't put a hedge of protection all around you that your enemy can't attack you, and see if he won't put enough Jesus in you that you can share with everybody you come into contact with. I ain't got time to wait. Y'all ready? I'm about to get up out of here. He says, listen, first of all, no more dumb questions. Don't be asking nobody else what church they go to. You ask them, do they know Jesus, and are they in relationship with Jesus? 2, don't you give nobody else no crazy wait time. Don't you tell nobody wait until Sunday and you can join. Don't tell nobody wait until revival and you can get saved. Wait until Sunday and you can accept Jesus. Third thing is this, I can do that too. Let me tell you something about my kids. T was watching me play basketball when he was just a little kid. I was swishing it from everywhere on the court. And I never forget the day that he started playing himself. And he was on the little goal, but he was watching me and my cousins play on the big goal. He got a little bit older, and by the end of elementary, we were outside playing, and he's playing basketball on the big goal. He made one shot, looked at me and said, Daddy, I can do that too. What he was trying to tell me is he's tired of being on the little goals. He didn't mature to the big goals. Is there anybody in here ready to move away from Mary had a little lamb and take Jesus out to the streets? Is there anybody in here that realize the same Jesus that saved Josiah's soul is the same Jesus that'll save the least, the last, and the left out? You seen me save folk. You seen the deacons present Jesus. Now is your turn. Look to your neighbor and say, I can do that too. I can present Jesus. I can love to the utmost. I can forgive. I can do that too. I can take this word and share it with somebody else. Tell somebody, I can do that too. If you get healed, I can be healed too. If you have peace, I can have peace too. Because God is not a respecter. I can do that. I can do that too. Listen, everybody up in here. You all can preach. Say amen. Say amen louder than that. Why? Because you can gossip. Let me help you out. Preaching ain't nothing but gossiping with good information. Y'all not ready for me. Y'all not ready for me. Let me talk to y'all over here. All I'm doing is telling y'all some good news, hoping that it's spread all over town. It ain't nothing but gossip with some good information that's accurate, that can make a way out of no way, that can change your life. And if you can gossip and you can lie, you can preach. Stop being afraid of telling the story. And before you look at me and say, Reverend, I have not memorized the book. I don't know no verses. Let me help you out. The most powerful story in the Bible is found in the 67th book. There's an Old Testament, there's a New Testament, broke up in books, 66 books in the Bible. On the back page, there's usually a blank page. Right on there, 67, circle it, and then on the middle of the page, put M-E. I'm the 67th book of the Bible. And if I don't know the other 66, listen, I know what Jesus found me at. And it wasn't on the inside of the church. He found me at my lowest moment and picked me up. Is there anybody here that'll testify? Before God picked you up, he went right in the middle of your hell and stood right beside you. Is there anybody that can testify that Jesus was in your hell with you? How do I know? Because your hell didn't overtake you. I'm through. Let me tell you about being a father. Y'all ready? Y'all ready for this? Tell you about being a father. Listen. T don't know this, but I tell him all the time. Listen, if you ever get in trouble, call me. All I need to know is one of three things. Do I need to bring my checkbook? Do I need to bring my knife, which is called baby? Or do I need to bring Jackie? That's all I need to know. First of all, if you in trouble and I need to get you out of trouble, my checkbook is available. If you in trouble and we got to fight our way out, baby gonna help me get out. If it's too big for those two and you need somebody to shoot us out, I'm gonna bring Jackie because she like guns. So all I need to know is which one of the three do I need to bring? Well, God said, if you ever find yourself in trouble, call on me and just tell me what I need to bring. Do I need to bring grace? Do I need to bring peace? Or do I need to bring joy? Because whatever you need, Daddy's going to come and he's going to bring whatever you need to get you out. To get you out of trouble. I'm going to bring grace. I'm going to bring peace, and I'm going to bring joy. They ain't got time. They ain't got time to wait. Y'all want to know what I want New Hope to be known for? I want to be the New Hope to be known for the church that doesn't make folk wait. You need Jesus? We're going to pray right now. You need peace? We're going to pray right now. You want to get saved? We're going to do it right now. And then on Sunday, we're going to come down front with everybody so that everybody can rejoice with you. But we're going to take care of it right now. We're not going to give no wait time. We ain't giving no referral services. Right now. You crying, you still mourning over the loss of a loved one? We're going to hold you right now. We're not going to tell you to wait until the mission meeting. We're going to hold you right now. You come to church and your boyfriend coming because y'all live together. We're not going to tell him to move out. Come right now. We're going to let God work out the rest of it. We're going to let God work it out. Why? Because he may not be the person you're supposed to be with anyway. We're going to let God work it out. He may be the person you're going to be with, but maybe he ain't got saved yet, so God's trying to work out a bigger issue. Your shacking issue ain't even up on his radar. He dealing with a bigger issue, which is salvation in relationship. Why? Because he can marry you and not know Jesus and be cursed. But if he know Jesus and he's tithing, you're going to be blessed anyway. So God said, let me work with his heart first. Y'all missed that. You keep holding his hand, let God work with his heart, and watch God work this. I ain't got time. I ain't got time to wait. That's what they're saying when they meet us at the grocery store. That's what they're saying when they show up at church. They're saying to the deacons, they're saying to the brothers, they're saying to the sisters, they're saying to the preachers, they're saying to the choir, I ain't got time. I ain't got time to wait. When I put my hand out, I need to know, are you going to shake my hand or are you too good for me? I ain't got time to wait. I need to know that if I put my arms out, will you hug me or do you think I stink? I ain't got time. I ain't got time to wait, because if I come here and I get hurt, I ain't going to nobody else's church. I'm just going to go home and die. Why? If I come here and I can't find no brotherhood, I'm just going to join the gangs. Why? At least I know what they about. They ain't even trying to fake it. I know they don't love me, so I might as well kick it with them, because at least they're going to be real with me with your good 4-piece suit on. At least I know how they feel about me while you talking behind my back. And then one thing I love about gang members is this. They remember what they was like before they joined the gang. And they talk about it all the time. They talk about how they got brought over into the family. Only church folk forget what it was like when you got brought into the family. Preach up in here, Davis. Only church folk forget what it was like when you had a hangover every Saturday night. Now you done been sober for 10 years. You done forgot what it was like when you had to crawl into your house. But I need to talk to some real folk that know, but by the grace of God, there go I, that God let me go through those stages, but he stayed there right there with me. He never left me nor forsook me. Even while I was in my craziest state, while I was crawling in drunk as could be, he was still right there saying, keep breathing, keep breathing, keep breathing. Why? Because he knew there was a day that was going to come that he was going to touch me with a pity of compassion and change my life around. And all I need you to do now is tell somebody else where I found you at. I ain't got time to wait. There's some brothers up in here right now. Listen. I know you're here. I'm glad you came. I'm glad you came just as you are. God told me to tell you brothers that's up in here right now that don't know him, today is your day. He says, you ain't got to wait no more. He says, I brought you to the New Hope Church. I let Davis preach this crazy message. I even made him wear his white polo shoes so you can feel comfortable talking to the brother. He ain't got no Stacey Adams on. He just got his polo shoes on because he want to be as real as you are. God says you ain't got to wait on nobody. There's some folk here who you ready to make a move. Not only to give your life to Christ, maybe you're ready to make a move to join. He says you ain't got to wait no longer. At the right place, at the right time. Don't worry about your home situation. God will work out the home situation. He said, I just want your heart. If you give me your heart, the Holy Spirit will lead you to righteousness. But without your heart, you can't get to righteousness. You can make it look pretty, but looking pretty will still send you to hell. He said, I want to change you from the inside out. There's some folk up in here. Listen. This is going to be an unconventional invitation. Come on, choir. Y'all get ready to go and sing. Listen, if you up in here and you know that this word is for you, whether you a brother or you a sister, and you know this word is for you to say, listen, I'm tired of waiting. I'm ready to do it. Don't try to fix yourself. Hear me. Don't try. Don't try to fix yourself. Come just as you are. You ain't got to give no speeches. Listen, I'm going to meet you down at the altar. You ain't got to give no speeches. You ain't got to say nothing. But you're in here right now and the Spirit is telling you, today is your day. Meet me. Meet me down here. Come on, wherever you at. As we stand all over the sanctuary, we're going to make it easy. Wherever you at it, today's your day. I ain't got to wait on nobody else. I need something that I ain't got right now.